Deja vu. Not very long ago, I don't think. Or possibly it is very long ago. My perception of time is rubbish. I reviewed in CDT the Maserati MC12 Corsa. Now in Dealership Tycoon there is a new limited 10.5 million quid worth of Maserati MC12 Corsa. Fortunately, it was long enough ago that I don't just have to regurgitate the information. I don't have to actually change the information. I can just copy and paste it. This is cheating, but, you know, who cares? People cheat all the time nowadays. Thanks for that, Tinder. Right. Maserati. Big, famous Italian supercar company. Known for partaking in F1 back in the day, sort of became shit in the 1980s, where the most iconic Maserati was a broken down bi-turbo or quattroporte at the side of the road. Bad. In the 1998, I think, they were bought by Ferrari. I think they were bankrupt. And, Ferrari, I think, only did... They made the new 3200 GT, which then became the 4200 GT. But Ferrari happened to be building a hypercar at the time. The Enzo, named after their company's founder, Enzo. Obviously. But basically, Ferrari decided that Maserati needed to make a supercar because they hadn't done one in ages. I think the one before it was the Bora, which was in the 1970s. So, in basically the cheapest fashion possible, what Ferrari did was they took the body off the Enzo and replaced it with a brand new body. But yeah, that's literally it. Anyway, that's actually not the end of the body swap story. Because, well, it actually turned out that the Maserati MC12 was faster around the Top Gear track, which is the only racetrack that matters, than the Enzo. Because the Enzo was designed to be the purest expression of a road car, and the MC12 was designed to be a tuned-down version of a race car. The Enzo did also go racing in that same series, but the MC12 was actually designed with the body in mind to go into that race series. I'm not sure how well it did, I don't follow the race series, I can't even remember what the name of it was. But anyway, that's why the MC12 is actually faster on the track than Enzo, higher downforce. But the Enzo became more iconic. Shame. Also, the MC12 happened to be a convertible. Yes, just like with the Koenigsegg later on, you could literally take the roof off an MC12 and store it, I think, around the engine. Why did they do that? I don't know, but it's pretty cool. Anyway, so, because of this, Maserati basically decided, yeah, this car is far too relaxed and GT-ish. So they made the MC12 Corsa. I tried to say Stradale, it's not, it's a Corsa. Which is this. Lowered, stiffened, long-tailed Maserati MC12. Even cooler than an MC12 is the MC12 Corsa. And yet literally no one cares about them. What a shame. Unfortunately, on the whole laws of physics matter, Dealership Tycoon sort of sticks its middle finger up. Ferrari Enzo, low downforce model. 306 miles an hour. Nice, quick, good. Maserati MC12 Corsa. 330 miles an hour. It's the higher downforce model. This is honestly laughable, but it's also pretty good. Like, I am happy this thing is quick. And when I say quick, I mean quick, all capitals, in bold and in italics. This thing is so much fun to just brake down to like 100 and then go, and suddenly you're at 150. Then 200. Actually, the acceleration between about like 130 and 200, that's possibly my favourite bit of the speed range. I don't know why I've singled it out, but it is just my favourite bit. Honestly, I love that this thing sticks its middle finger up at the laws of physics. Because it makes me have a hell of a good time. But let's hope the higher downforce model is even better at cornering. You know, you'd hope so, considering it's the high downforce model. Would be great if I didn't keep mucking up the corners, no thanks to the help of my phone being shit. Okay, doesn't seem too bad. On the contrary, it actually feels pretty good. I'm enjoying my time behind the wheel. You can kiss the apexes really easily, but often you might actually go too far through the apex, and that might lead to you, if you were in a narrow race, clipping a wall or going off-road, etc. So it's actually too good at cornering. That's actually something I want, you know, to have the problem of it being too good at cornering. Because that just means I've got to drive faster, and you know what? I would always need a good excuse for that, especially in the real world. Fuck speed cameras. So, it's got Corsa in the name. Hint hint. Means track. Although saying that, the Vauxhall Corsa isn't exactly a track car, but you know. Neither is the Renault Laguna Seca. Let's see how this one is. Right, keep to the apexes. Bit too wide through there. Brake here. Okay, I actually did exactly what I was saying a moment ago, and went too far through the apex and went off-roading. Shame. Oh god, okay. Power, 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 keep it. Just lift a little bit. Messed up that final stretch, but a 29.95 is not to be sniffed at. It's actually a really good time. Well done, little Maserati MC12 Corsa. So, should you buy it? Should you spend 10.5 million of your own quid on a Maserati MC12 Corsa? Oh dear God, what are you doing? Yes, it's a limited. So, buy it. Otherwise, you're never going to get the chance to again. That's my thing with all of these cars. Which means that even if they are the most crappiest cars ever, they could still get a buff, and suddenly you're like, ah, shit. And in a world of regret. But, should you actually drive it when you buy it? Or should you just leave it festering on 0 miles like I have done with many of my cars? Well, no. Get out and drive this thing. It's a really good drive. Fun, light, nimble, and powerful. It's basically like, it's got the energy of one of those, oh, what's the thing? You know the little really light fiberglass cars with massive TVRs. Why did I forget TVR? It's basically like a TVR, but Italian. And also really, really expensive. Possibly less reliable too. But seriously though, this thing is just such a good car. I am loving my time behind the wheel of it. I don't want to stop shooting this. Maybe that's why my phone kept breaking on me. Anyway, on that bombshell, I will be bringing you reviews of 3 cars in Dealership Tycoon across next week. And possibly some CDT cars as well. Who knows? See you then, hopefully.